Before that version, we had this version. And, no. Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Tonight I'm going to look at the Entertainment Earth exclusive Guardians of the Galaxy box set. And once again, the package is too big for my display area, so here's some pictures. It comes in a white mailer box. It's, cool to protect the box. I mean, it came inside of, paper and an outer box, a regular shipping box. Inside it's white. It gave me a very Matty collector vibe. I know I'm crossing lines there, but that's what it was, just the plain white box. Inside the box, I pulled it out, and the packaging is really, really super nice. I almost don't want to open it up. You open the flap, and the figures are displayed nicely. The whole team's there, and I like the artwork. I like, just the box itself. I like the display. You guys know me. I don't care for packaging. But this is really nice. But figures have to be opened, packages have to be discarded, so let's get these a-holes out of the package and see what's going on with them. And there we go, out of the package. And I really, really like the set. I mean, I like the movie figures, I like the movie, I had no problem with it, enjoyed it, I watch it all the time. And I like the figures that came from the movie, but man, this set, for being comic-based, and for being a lot of reuse, man, it hits me on all cylinders. I even like the new Groot head. I know people have had complaints about it being kind of large. It just looks like comic Groot. Now, my own experience with the comic books, I was big on Annihilation. I like the kind of prequel miniseries that Drax had leading up to his new form, going from the big, huge, Hulk-like Drax to the more human-sized, just buffed out, intelligent Drax. I love that series. Star-Lord just kind of showed up, in Annihilation, and slowly became a character that I liked. But at first, I wasn't too familiar with him from, the classic stories. Groot came later. I wasn't reading as much, so I'm not as familiar with his comic look, but the movie really sold me on him. So I remember Groot as, just a throw-off Hulk villain. Groot, classic character, brought into the modern age. And then I think Gamora is the big pull for this set. She's just a needed character in a costume that's, classic cool. So, man, all together, like I said, it's a lot of reuse, but, yeah, I'm liking it. Now, first, let's take a look at Star-Lord. We originally saw it as Star-Lord on the digital sculpt at Comic-Con a few years ago, but the first figure to come out and use it was the AIM agent. I love that body. I love that figure. It was just needed. I have more than a few. And then Star-Lord himself came out in a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive box set. And then just recently, I got the Ghost Rider on this body. Again, it works. It's perfect. It fits. I just like everything about it. It's just a good suited body. I wish they would do a Red Skull on this body. That'd be sweet. Okay, here's the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version. Here's the Entertainment Earth exclusive version. Not a lot of difference. The blue is slightly lighter on the Entertainment Earth version. Belt and the pouches, and then these leg warmers. Just these leg guards are brown, which I really like. It makes them pop out a little bit more. Other than that, though, it's pretty much the same. Drax is a figure I really wanted badly, and I haven't got that until now. I really like this body. I like the movie version. I like Batista as Drax in the movie, but for a comic Drax, we were a little bit lacking. Now, here he is with the movie Drax, and you can see that the pants are reused, the boots, the knee pads, but I really like the black and the silver here. I like the red for the movie version. Comic version, it's black. Like I said, I'm not as familiar with later appearances of Drax. Maybe he wore this later. For me, Drax, just wore the pants with the little red markings on them and the boots. And the wraps around his arm to hold the knives, and that was it. But I'm completely good with this Drax because before that version, we had this version. Now, I do like the head, but really, this is pretty much a cosplayer dressing up as Drax. This isn't Drax to me. There was pieces that I was going to use for a custom, but I don't have to do that anymore. That Drax is out. Now, like I said, the pants are reused from the movie. The torso's not. The torso comes from the Hyperion, Radioactive Man, Luke Cage. It's that torso, arms, and really, I think this is the same Radioactive Man head. But they don't look the same because, you know, obviously, Radioactive Man is translucent, Drax isn't. So, it has the same cleft chin, same ears sticking out. It even has the same mold marks here above the ears. I'm good with this use. It doesn't bother me at all. Now the Groot, I was worried about Groot reusing the movie body, and I still am. It works. Like I said, I like the new head. It works for the comic Groot. I just wish, as crazy, kind of, you know, almost sinister looking as the head is, I wish there was at least new hands. Groot was, you know, kid friendly. So I wish there was some new hands to match the head. Gnarly, ready for battle, just kick some ass. So, one downfall of the Groot figure. Otherwise, I'm good with it. It's a good sculpt. Articulation is kind of hindered in the feet and the hips. It's set at a 45-degree angle. But it works. Here he is with the movie Groot. As you can tell, the comic Groot is a darker brown, and it has kind of a black wash to it. I say black, it's more like a dark, super dark brown. It adds, again, to the, you know, kind of almost scary look to this Groot. I love the movie Groot figure. Wish it was a little bit more, you know, angry. He just looks a little bit, you know, bored. And then there's Rocket. This is pretty much straight reuse of the Build-A-Figure Rocket we got a few years ago, except for the head. The head is a new sculpt. And again, I like it more than the other one, even though it's missing the articulated jaw. I'm still good with it. I like the colors better. The white pops, the red eyes pop. On the legs, they painted the cuff red, whereas on the Build-A-Figure they didn't. And then go around to the tail, which, or, you know, his kickstand, as I like to call it, because it helps him stand up. Again, the white just really does it for me. It just makes the tail just stick out, along with the back of the ears. It just adds something to the figure. And again, the belt is brown, just like Star-Lord's. And then, as much as I wanted a new Drax, I'll take as many Star-Lords as I can. Groot is cool. For me, at least, it's an upgraded Rocket. Gamora is the star of the show here. It's a character we didn't think we would get, especially in this costume. Just, you know, the bare essentials. But, and I don't know, because it's a store exclusive, an online store exclusive, there wasn't any reason to go hiding her naughty bits. But that's the only reason I can think of for them to include this kind of poncho thing. And I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is comic accurate or if this was just an add-on. But this was on her in the package. And then it went under here. And then the cape went on over it. But it doesn't add anything. I mean, it's just a poncho. Kind of. It's just hiding her. I don't know if it was to hide her, you know, female form, or if this was just an added extra in a box of already full of extras. So, be gone, poncho, because I don't need you. And while I have her head off, she does come with an alternate head without the hood, so you can use her without the cape, and that just pops right on. The hair kind of hinders movement here, but we're used to that with females. And you know what? I'm going to have a hard time deciding which head to use. I think I want to go with the head, with the hood and then the cape. But, man, this head looks good too. And then the belt. Belt's kind of awesome. And I've heard complaints again of paint chipped off or missing on the fishnet. Mine may have that a little bit right there. Otherwise, the paint's all pretty good here. It's kind of a metallic green and hollow ass. I have no complaints about her. She does stand a little bit awkward with the cape, but without the cape, she stands right up. Not a problem. More interchangeable parts are Drax's hands. These pop out, and then he comes with regular, just green hands. But his gauntlets here, or his bracers or whatever, do come off, and you can use them without that. But his hands look just slightly small. I'm not sure if I'm used to other figures using bigger hands on this body. I think I like the armored look better. With the bracer, and then the other hand. Now these are Strops Hands. And this one is kind of weird. I mean, it's splayed out like he's going to cut somebody with his middle hand. And he can't hold his other big knife. And there's no place to put it on him. But he can hold the one knife. And for battle poses, this isn't bad. So for accessories, we have Gamora's extra head. And then her cape. She comes with a sword. A pretty big honking sword. And this is a reuse of Black Knight's sword from way back when Hasbro first started Marvel Legends. Drax, we have the extra hands. 2 grippy hands. Just green to replace his metal hands. He comes with 2 of these knives. He comes with 2 movie style knives that go in his boots. Just like, because, you know, it's reuse of the movie. Gamora's poncho, which is gone. We come with another Coulson destroyer gun. This one's blue this time. I believe the one that came with Coulson was orange, like it was powered up. I haven't quite found where to use this. Maybe Rocket can hold it, but it's almost bigger than him. Rocket comes with the same gun he had with the missile on top. I like this. It works for him. It's almost like overkill, but tiny. Tiny overkill? Whatever. This gun, I'm not quite sure. I don't know if this is a reuse or if this is new for the set, but it comes with the same blue highlights, or well, detail work as the destroyer gun. Star-Lord comes with his 2, I guess they're element guns. Comes with a little cosmic cube, where any of them can hold it. I think this came with Red Skull. Then it comes with a little potted plant Groot. And this came originally with the Marvel Universe 3-pack with Drax, Rocket, and Star-Lord. I don't collect Marvel Universe. I just know I've seen this in store before. It was almost enough to make me get it, but I'm glad I didn't now because now I have it. Like I said, my first impression, I love this set, and I still love this set after messing with them for the past hour. Every one of them works individually and as a team, and I can appreciate that. That's very cool. And plus I can mix and match with, you know, other figures in my collection. The Rocket is getting replaced. The Groot, I think, is getting... I don't know. It's hard for me to give up the movie figures because they have their own display. So I guess this will go over on the comic shelf. I'm good with that, even though, you know, my son has been wanting a Groot, and I haven't been able to track down another whole series of the Build-A-Figure Groot. So I kind of want to give him the movie Groot and keep this, but at the same time, I hate to break up my movie team. I have so many problems. The Drax, definitely upgrade on my comic shelf. And then Gamora. It's nice to have Gamora on the shelves. The whole team just works. Star-Lord, it's a toss-up. I could go with either one. But since this one's blues and reds match Rocket, I'll probably stick with this one. The other one either become fodder because I like this body, or, you know, a different part on the shelf. I try to tell myself one version of each character on the shelf. That's it. Conserve some room, maybe some money, but nope, I end up with several. I have 5 Cyclopses and 4 Wolverines, and I can't even follow my own rules. This set is still available on Entertainment Earth. When it was in pre-order stage, there was a $20 off coupon plus free shipping, which brought the set down to about $100. I jumped on it. And I think it's worth it for the 5 figures. The current price is $119, but I think it's still worth it. Even at that price, If I hadn't pre-ordered it, I would have ordered it now after seeing previews and how good the figures actually are. I'm happy. And it's not just the figures either. It's all these accessories. As I was pulling accessories out, I felt like I was going to forget something because I'd pop one out, go to the next, pop another, pop another, pop another, pop another, pop the figures out. And, well worth the money. Do yourself a favor. Get some Guardians for your shelf. So, if you like the review, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. And really, he doesn't look too bad on it. It may be a little bit small, but unless you're going to take a motorcycle, customize it up, put some flames on it, this completely works for me. I'm good with the size. And this is a reuse of Moon Knight's sword. Not Moon Knight.